More news, rumors and opinions Saturday PM the 8th of March 2025. Listen to the full version on the official dinarreport.com website and become our supporter on Patreon. KTFA. Claire. Iraq extradites suspects in theft of the century from Kuwait. The Iraqi Integrity Commission announced on Saturday the extradition of two of the accused in the case of stealing tax deposits. Known in the media as the theft of the century, from the authorities in the state of Kuwait. The authority stated in a statement today that it was able to recover the managing director of a private company for General Trade and Contracting Limited and his agent accused in the case of stealing tax deposits, noting that their role in the case was to receive very large sums of money in order to facilitate the procedures for disbursing the stolen deposits. The authority noted its procedures that resulted in the extradition of the accused, which consisted of organizing an extradition file against them and sending it to the Public Prosecution Office. Explaining that after follow-up and coordination with the relevant authorities, including the Arab and International Police Directorate at the Ministry of Interior, and the efforts of the Iraqi Embassy in the state of Kuwait, an international red notice and search warrant were issued against the accused. She pointed out that they were arrested in the state of Kuwait, which handed them over to the Republic of Iraq through diplomatic channels. She pointed out that the judge of the Second Kark Investigation Court had previously issued an arrest warrant against the accused. Based on the provisions of Article 11444 of the Penal Code, after reviewing the testimony of some of the accused in the case and the witnesses. At the end of 2024, the Iraqi judiciary issued an in absentia prison sentence for a number of defendants accused of stealing tax deposits known in the media as the theft of the century, including the first defendant, Noor Zuhair, and a former MP. According to a judicial source, who spoke to Shafaq news agency, the Kark Criminal Court for Combating Corruption settled the cases related to the theft of tax deposits and issued sentences of 10 years in prison against the accused Noor Zuhair, 6 years in prison against the accused Rod Juhi, and a number of employees who participated in the crime, and 3 years in prison against the former member of the House of Representatives, Haytham al-Jubari. In 2022, it was announced that more than 3 trillion Iraqi dinars, $2.5 billion, had been lost from tax deposits, through a coalition of 5 oil companies using fictitious bonds. Following this, an order was issued to summon officials close to former Prime Minister Mustafa al-Kadhimi, including Finance Minister Ali Alawi, the Director of the Prime Minister's Office, Rod Juhi, and others. On October 24, 2022, Noor Zuhair was arrested, as he heads the board of directors of one of the companies involved in the case, and was later released on bail. After Prime Minister Mohammed Shia al-Sudani announced the recovery of 5% of the amount, in exchange for Noor Zuhair's pledge to hand over all the stolen amounts within days. The Anti-Corruption Court set August 14, 2024 as the date for Noor Zuhair's trial, but the trial was postponed several times due to the defendant's absence. Claire. Al-Alaq. We will witness a comprehensive digital transformation in the financial sector. The 8th of March 2025 Baghdad. The governor of the central bank, Ali Al-Alaq, announced on Saturday that banks are close to being converted into smart platforms using artificial intelligence, noting that Iraq will witness a comprehensive digital transformation in the financial sector. Al-Alaq said in a statement reported by the official news agency, and reviewed by Al-Iqtisad News, that, despite the great strides that have been made to activate electronic payment methods, which are a fundamental step in the digital transformation, we will soon put this stage behind us. Because even the current electronic payment methods and tools are being changed and developed very quickly. He pointed out that, soon we will notice a big difference in the tasks and functions of banks, and we will see many banks changing the nature of their work, and there will be a digital financial identity for every citizen through which he can conduct many operations in his accounts or check his balances or even invest inside and outside Iraq. Stressing that, banks will soon turn into smart platforms that organize financial operations and benefit from technologies and artificial intelligence. He added that, this great work is accompanied by the work of the central bank, like other central banks, in thinking about having a digital currency under the supervision of the central bank. We are not talking about encrypted currencies that are outside the framework of central banks, but rather about a digital currency issued by the central bank. And this is a major work being done in the central bank in coordination with international and Arab organizations and specialized bodies, and directly with the Arab Monetary Fund. He continued, "We believe that this trend will be the one that will be imposed in the near future, and this represents solutions to major economic, financial and social problems. And will also establish a strict framework for monitoring funds and limiting corruption, money laundering and financing terrorism, because all financial movements will be within a strict and transparent system that can monitor all financial operations, and at the same time facilitates its holders to conduct extensive operations even in other countries of the world." He added, "We expect that young people will benefit, through the tools and human resources that we have, from these tools. Indeed, we are following that many young people are investing through these portfolios and tools in various fields outside Iraq. But some need to be careful and cautious because there is a lot of fraud that occurs, and we are working to prevent citizens from falling victim to any fraud." Courtesy of Dinar Guru. Frank 26 question. What do you mean by budget tables? Budget table is where the exchange rate is at that will fund the budget. They're being kept quiet, very private right now because it protects the new exchange rate from the evil that has always stolen. Mark Z, via PDK, in Iraq. Parliamentarian. Budget tables have not reached the Finance Committee so far, we are all wondering why. There is one very obvious answer to this question. It may have a rate change in it. I am hearing from contacts in Iraq they continue to delay until they are allowed to release, because there will be rates in there. I hope it is accurate and it makes a lot of sense. CBI makes 2 announcements. Gold, digital currency. Adu Matrix. The 8th of March 2025. In this compelling video, we dive into the Central Bank of Iraq's astonishing 45.1% increase in gold reserves in Q4 2024. A surge that could have worked wonders for your investments. Discover how investing in gold, even as little as $10 a month, can shield you from economic uncertainties. We'll also explore the implications of the recent trends in Iraq's banking system and digital payment advancements. Is now the time to invest in gold? What insights can we draw from the Netflix movie, Leave the World Behind? Listen to the full version on the official dinarreport.com website and become our supporter on Patreon. Source: Dinar Recaps.